today is Amateur Fest second day, and your stall is here. You're well known in Instagram by Art by Book. So do tell us about your journey, how it was.
So actually, since childhood, I've been drawing and painting and doodling. I won lots of competitions back in school, and as a kid with that ambition, I always wanted to become an artist in the future. But some reasons, I ended up in science. I did my bachelor's in chemistry, my master's in biotechnology. But some personal tragedy, some incidents like my mom actually passed away in 2020 due to cancer, and I just graduated from my master's actually. But then afterwards, I didn't want to go to an industry and work for 6 to 8 hours because my dad was at home, and I would reach home and you know tired, and I wouldn't get time to spend with my family actually. So I thought, why not make this artworks and all that stuff my career. So in 2021, I started my own website. It's called artbybo.com, and I make artworks based on social, political, environmental issues, and I post them online on Instagram. And so those caricatures and those cartoons and those artworks, actually, I got a lot of audience. I got a lot of following because some issues which are happening, but no one is talking about it. So putting them in the form of a graphic, in the form of an artwork, not only visually appeals people, but uh, it brings an brings a effect, a big impact on the audience looking at it, and people tend to share it, and indirectly they are spreading the awareness. So that was my initial thing, but after that, caricatures became a part of my life. I started making caricatures on festivals of Goa. I started making caricatures on, um, personalities, famous personalities, and all this stuff. And now I've been getting a lot of commission works, not as a realistic portraits, but more of caricatures. I have lots of people asking me for to make a caricature of themselves, and it makes me feel good actually, because before people used to say your artwork is Mario Miranda, cartoonist Alexis, but I say no, this is not their artworks, not even inspired by them. This is something I've learned from a different artist and combined together and made it my own. So this is not something you would see in a museum or anything. It's just my own artwork, which is unique in its own way. So after all this, actually I never thought of putting up stalls and putting up markets. But I met Goitso Festival, Marius Fernandez one day at an exhibition, and he heard my story. He saw what I was going through and how my life was, and he offered to help me. Now I now I thought now I thought it's just a normal person asking, promising that he would help me, because I've approached a lot of artists before, and everyone have given me promises, big promises, but they have never lived with their promise. But this guy Marius, he constantly messaged me on Facebook, and I ignored it for a couple of months. But then finally in October, I happened to open Facebook, and he dropped a message saying there's a Mariachi fest happening in Pilen. Pilen is somewhere I stay close by. So he offered me to help by saying that I'll be having some stalls for local vendors. Would you like to put up a stall? And I hesitated at first, but I said, this if he wants to help me, why should I say no? And it's not like I'm spending any money or anything. He was giving it to us for free to put up a stall. So I finally, on 2nd October, on my birthday, I put my first stall, and it was a big success. It was a huge success, and I can't explain how happy I was that my all my artworks had sold out. And that was initially I was selling frames and mugs, nothing big now that I sell now. So after the Makicha Fest, which was a big thing, there was a break, and I didn't know. I was just at home doing commission works and all. So So eventually, a big news came that Pillen is having its own weekly market on Thursday. It's called the Pillen Thursday Heritage Market, and this was a birth child of the Markeche Fest, and I was happy to be a part of it. And since November of 2022 till now, today, I am a regular vendor at the market, and from there, Marius has full faith in me that he also, uh, invites me for his other festivals, other big festivals. Like we had Nasniacha Fest last month, and this month we are having the Ambiacha Fest. Next month we'll be having the Puruman Fest, which is another big event of his. So I'm really grateful to him, Marius Fernandez, when Dr. Gwendolyn over the others, the curators of the events. I would also like to, I'm thankful to my parents, who have never forced me to go in one direction. Like a science, I did science completely because of my own will. It was not something, my parents told me to do. They've always supported me through art, and after my mom's passing, I dedicate my artworks and all the stuff, all my success to her and my dad, who constantly still helps me in this field. Thank you so much.
As per your qualification, you have taken totally different career path. So how was it was difficult for you?
Actually, even when I was doing science or studying a completely different field, I had interest for art. Actually, after my 12th, I had applied for architecture, but I didn't get so because of the seats or vacancy. So I decided to continue with my BSc in microbiology. But when I had the opportunity to do take another admission, I decided to continue with BSc because during that time I had this feeling that science is everything, but that was not the case actually. But I fell in love with the subject chemistry, so I decided to pursue it, and I got my bachelor's degree in that. After that, I took 1 year break because I wanted to explore my art line. So I started an Instagram page, Art by Boo, which is my nickname. The Boo part is my nickname. So I started a page on Instagram, and initially it went slow, and then I got good following and all. That time I used to just do black and art, line work, artworks, and I decided to do my master's in biotechnology. Again, coming to that idea that science is everything. So I did my master's, and by the second year, I had already gotten a lot of friends who were really loving my work. Meaning I have to doodle, I have to paint sometimes in between lectures, and they liked my work, and they were like, "Why don't you do this? For money, like commission work, because that will also be helpful." So that actually struck an idea. Okay, I'll do this, and I started doing it.
Art by Boo, you have started from online Instagram. Now you are offline also available, different exhibitions and all. Is there any way you will be going to start up site?
Actually, initially, I started this website artbible.com where I sell my stuff. Uh, it wasn't a big thing for me because I actually wanted to put in a stall. I mean, this thing, my own shop, a physical shop. But initially, I was not doing that much great in business. But ever since I've been getting this markets, and through the markets, I've been getting a lot of orders and a lot of a lot of I gathered a lot of audience for myself that I don't have the uh, I don't have time to spend for myself. So that also is a impact. That also shows that people are liking your work, and maybe probably you'll be getting a lot of orders in the coming future. So probably this is the time where I can officially start thinking about a physical shop. So yeah, it takes time because you need to have the right machinery. You need to have a right spot. Just can't have a shop directly somewhere. You need to plan everything out. So I'm just taking this whole year to do the thinking process and all that stuff. I have markets going on, which is already going good, and slowly we can finally put up a actual art by Boo physical shop. where I can sell all my artworks and because that's the ultimate goal right now.
Last question. So, what would be last your message for the young generation who is willing to be part of any sort of entrepreneurship in arts,
Arts.
anything related to that?
Okay.
So, what would be your message for them?
So kids and young minds these days, they are some of them, I won't say all of them, some of them are pressurized by their families. Some of them are active, like they do whatever they want, and they are given the freedom by their parents and families and all that stuff. But some of them are still confused, like me. I was really confused back in the day, like what will I do in the future? Will this work? Will that work? So I think my only advice would be not to think too much and give yourself time. I don't think you need to do anything in a hurry, because some people, they directly, they feel inspired and they just start a page, and then they just post two or three images or artworks, and they feel like giving up because no one is looking at their work. The same thing has happened to me. When I started my page, I didn't get a lot of views. I had 15 to 10, 10 to 15 to 20, and slowly, I think it took a year or something, that I reached a level where a lot of people actually saw my a lot of people saw my work. So I would like to say, go slowly. Don't not no need to hurry. Discover your talents. Take time to discover your talents, and you know you don't need to make it the main focus. Also, you can keep it as a side of, if you have another interest, maybe a science or commerce, anything else. You can do that, but you can also do this. But you don't need to choose one thing at a time. I love science, but I still feel sometimes I can do my PhD in the future, which I will probably. That was my mom's dream actually, so I'll be doing that in the future, because PhD sees no age and stuff. So yeah, I would like to say to the younger generation, do what you do best, and take it slow. Thank you.
So, your name?
It's Vaibhav Salgaonkar.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.